I was tired of being in the game for like 8 years and having nothing to show for it. That really led me to have like an epiphany moment. I'm fucking up somewhere. I had to change that. So many young kids now are just turning into these entrepreneurs, and they know how to get it.
What's up, Callie? What's up, boy? KATO, what's up, man? Thank you so much for sitting down with me. Yeah, of course, man. You're doing great. She is camera shy. She's like, what are you doing? The first thing I want to talk about is actually how I discovered who you were. Okay. And so I live in this condo and there was this magazine. Your face was in it and it had like this little tidbit of what you do. It was like, oh, KATO, Korean American producer from Atlanta, Georgia. And I remember seeing that and like just showing my wife like, oh my God, there's like a Korean kid in a magazine doing music. Because it's just unheard of for a Korean person, an Asian person, to be in like a music dominated by black people, right? So I was really, really proud like to know that someone from my hometown was doing music and was getting recognized for it. Somehow, some way, like we have a mutual friend, right? David Kim, who runs Trey Native. Yeah, shout out David and Trey Native. And he thought that we should meet, so I remember like meeting you at lunch and just like talking about, you know, business. And then from there we became friends, right?
Yeah, which is crazy because first of all, I didn't think that anyone actually read that magazine. And so to find out that you actually saw it, and that we're later on, like down the road, now we're friends, like that's crazy to me.
You know, how did you decide like I want to do music? Because that is not a traditional path, especially for a Korean family, like you know, lawyer, doctor, you know, engineer. That's very typical. So how did you get started on that?
Well, I mean, I tried to do well in school just to appease my parents. I just never succeeded at that. Because I didn't care about getting good grades or studying for exams, or I didn't care about really even going to college, you know. I was just trying to figure out what I wanted to do. So I grew up playing instruments. You know, I was a band kid in high school. I played percussion. My dad like enrolled me in drum lessons very early on, and I stuck with that. Which I kind of credit to like me having rhythm at all. Any sort of rhythm is because I took drum lessons as a kid. I was always playing something. In that whole process, I kind of discovered my passion for producing and making beats. And I was like, well, I don't know any rappers, so I'll just start rapping over my own shit. One thing led to another, and I would send them to my friends, and my friends would give me like crazy love back on it. Like they'd tell me, you know, I can't believe this is you. Like this sounds so good. And then in college, that just translated into hip hop and making beats because Philly has such a live hip hop scene, you know, so I was kind of influenced by that. So I was doing local like showcases and open mics in Philly, and people would tell me that I'm dope. And then I moved to Atlanta. It was like little moments like that that just kept me going and kept me interested.
Enough positive feedback to just like make you continue.
To keep going.
KATO on the track, beer. On the album cover.
This guy back here trying to act like he's Asian. Me and Jaron Benton, we recorded an album together. It's a joint album. So it's coming out this summer. Shooting the album cover right now at this kind of hole-in-the-wall Chinese spot. See how it turns out.
You want me to
out this summer.
Okay.
But due to the deal, we had to wait. So we've been sitting on this fucking album for damn near
Like at least 6 months.
about 6 months. Yeah.
Okay.
I just signed the fucking finalized the deal yesterday.
Congratulations.
We literally been in the works with just back and
Yeah,
forth. But yeah, we just inked it out.
Okay, if you could give any advice to all these young kids coming up that want to rap, what would you tell them? How do you do it?
I don't really have any advice to give y'all. Y'all probably got better advice for me, to be honest with y'all, because the shit y'all doing now, I can't do. I can't like fucking make up stories and fucking clout chase. So they got it figured out actually. I need to be asking them what the fuck to do. So young kids, keep doing what you're doing. Keep clout chasing, whatever. Shout out to this guy right here.
I appreciate it.
This is my legal team right here, y'all. If he didn't get fired, new legal team.
Yo, thank you very
Thank you.
much.
No, thank you, bro. Appreciate it, bro.
What kind of advice can you give a young producer, like who either just got in the game or hasn't, is like thinking about starting? What can you tell them?
I'd probably tell them to let their passion drive them forward. You know, if you're in it for the money and bitches, you're gonna be waiting a long ass time, you know?
Yeah.
So it has to be driven by the passion first, and then I would say learn about the business. Because I was broke for a long time up until I realized that I needed to start learning the business side of music.
So it's not just about like your keyboard skills and your software skills.
No, you can have the best keyboard skills in the world. No one's gonna give a fuck if you don't know how to market yourself, if you don't know how to network. If all you're doing is just sitting in your room or your basement, just making beats, no one's ever gonna hear that shit. Especially now with all the competition,
Right.
you know, with anyone being able to upload their music on the internet, it's gonna be hard. At the end of the day, a lot of what we do is driven by ego.
Mm-hmm.
So I would base my decisions off of how it made my ego feel. And that pride gets in the way sometimes of making good business decisions. So that was me for a long time. Like I would just turn shit down or not do certain things or pass on certain opportunities because I felt like my shit was too good. I didn't have that long-term kind of vision. I was just so short-term, like thinking about what was just right in front of me at the moment. I wasn't
How much
thinking,
am I going to get paid right now? What's the bag
exactly, like what's the bag now? I wasn't thinking about, is this relationship going to help me in the future? I wasn't thinking about, can I make money off of the publishing side?
Just to relate it to my own business, when I'm practicing law, you know, as an attorney, you know, we grind it out. We were working on a file for hours and hours on end, and sometimes you have your fee that you set, and you want to get paid that, or I want to get paid my fee.
Of course.
Like, no doubt, I put all my energy into it. I've had times where clients have asked me to like take a cut, and there's no reason for me to take a cut because I did exactly what I was supposed to do. I delivered a great job.
Right.
And, you know, I let that pride get in the way. It's like, hey, I earned this fee, I'm keeping this fee. But you know what? If I take this small, you know, cut now, make a little bit of sacrifice, show the client, you know, I'm really about them, even though there's no
100%.
reason for me to do it,
Yeah.
guess what? They're going to send me their friends. They're going to send me their family. They're going to send
Exactly.
me everybody they know.
That's exactly the type of things that I was passing on because I let my pride and my ego get in the way.
Yeah, if you can get that friendship off the stairs, that'd be dope. That'd be a good one. Cool. Yeah, we got it on slow-mo, so it should be coming out maybe in like 2 weeks or so. What motivates you?
I want to be successful. I want to live comfortably. I want to be able to, you know, when I'm 40, 50 years old, just like travel the world, do what I want to do. And maybe it's just I'm at that point in my life now where I think more about those things. I'm still driven because I haven't achieved all the things that I want yet. You know, I still want a top 10 Billboard hit. I'm still shooting for that.
Yeah.
And it's fucking 10, 11 years down the line, you know, and I'm still shooting for that.
So maintaining goals, like keep having goals.
Yeah, those long-term goals, really.
It was nice, but it was like in a spot where like it was...
I got follow that like.
Yeah. What are you gonna do with your psychology degree?
Man, I want to be a school psychologist.
So like right now I work with like elementary school and like a slow social
Therapy.
Yeah, kind of like therapy, counseling, stuff like that. But it's more like
Young
large.
people need that.
Yeah, they do. But like big group sessions, dude, that shit's stressful for me, honestly. So I want to do like more individualized, maybe open up my own thing a little bit later.
When you do one-on-one, like, I think it's more effective. That's what makes the world go round.
Yeah, I appreciate it, bro. Yeah, shit. Well, I could have
I'm on you too. Today we wanted to go see my buddy KATO. I'm really glad we got to do that. Explain to us what it's like to not just be a producer, but to be in the business of producing. And it's a really important message because no matter how good you are at doing something, if you don't go out and show people what you can do, no one's ever gonna use your services or hire you for whatever it is that you do. Obviously, you have to be good at what you do, and you should be sharpening those skills. But more importantly, or just as important, would be networking, marketing, understanding the business that you're in so that you can provide those services for the people that are looking for whatever it is that they need. That's really, really important message for young people. So, Kimla, peace.